Hello everybody, Incon here, and as you can see, this kind of looks like Smite, but it's not Smite. This is the alpha of Smite Tactics, guys, the latest game to be in the process of coming out for Hi-Rez Studios. A little background on this game: it was made by the one and only Scott Gandhi. Those of you that follow the Smite scene know him because he was a caster there for Smite. He worked a lot on Smite, and then he has moved over, and now he makes Smite Tactics with a team at Hi-Rez Studios. And this is think of it as a Hearthstone combined with chess kind of game. That's the only really way I know how to explain it. Obviously, I'm going to show you guys how to play. But I just wanted to mention that we're going to be giving away 10 alpha codes, guys. 10 alpha codes for you to have a chance to go ahead and get your hands early on this game. That'll be right down in the description. If you want to just do that now, you can pause this, go down there, enter into that giveaway. Just like normal, it'll be a Gleam giveaway. If you follow on Twitter and you subscribe on YouTube, then congrats. You just click the button and you get points and you're entered and all that good stuff. Otherwise, you got to actually do that stuff. But you can go ahead and do that now or wait until the end of the video because you want to check out the game first. So, big part about this game is, yes, it is around cards. It is kind of first and foremost a card game, which means that you have a deck. So, part of your deck is going to be that you have a leader of your deck. This is going to be based around pantheons. So, Odin is a deck leader, Ra is a deck leader, Zeus is a deck leader. Right now, those are the three leaders for the three pantheons currently in the game. So, if you go Egyptian, Ra is your leader. If you go Greek, obviously Zeus. And if you go Norse, Odin. And then there's a neutral deck. So how this game works is you can pick your leader, and then you can use cards from that leader's deck and the neutral deck. So if you pick Ra, you can't have any Zeus cards in your Ra deck. If you pick Odin, you can't have any Ra cards in your Odin deck. And then, of course, everybody can share these neutral cards, and there will be more pantheons coming in over time as, you know, cards get added and the game gets further along. So I've already got 3 decks made. I've got an Odin deck made up. You have to have, right now, exactly 20 cards in your deck. I don't believe you can play with less or more right now. Let me see. If I put this out, am I allowed to save that deck? A deck must contain 20 cards. Okay, so that was true. A deck must contain 20 cards in order to be used. So let's kind of talk about these decks right here. So if we look here at the Norse Pantheon, you're going to see, first and foremost, Odin is my leader. Odin, ability, give a friendly unit +1 attack damage until the start of your next turn. You're going to see that he has a red mark and a green mark on him. The green shield is your hit points, so you'll see that on any sort of unit card. This warrior has 1 HP and he does 1 damage. This guy's got 1 HP and he does 1 damage. Odin does 1 damage and he has 20 HP. He's your leader card. How you win or lose Smite Tactics is you kill the enemy leader, or your leader dies. So that's why the leaders have so many hit points. Odin actually has the highest hit points out of all of them because he's a melee god in terms of the leaders, compared to Ra and Zeus are actually ranged leaders. So if you look at some of these cards, it'll tell you deal 2 damage to the enemy leader. I've already got 2 in my deck. There's a deck limit of 2, so I couldn't put any more in my deck if I wanted to. If we move along, we'll see things like Freya, Loki, Ymir, all of these cards. Loki has 3 HP, but he does 5 damage, and he has a special ability, Assassinate. He can basically jump some tiles and assassinate for 5 damage. So all of these cards are going to have basically some sort of special ability on them for the most part. Thor, you can pop an ability, you get +1 damage for anybody around you. And a lot of these are going to be obviously Smite theme related, so you're going to have a key ability, say, from that god. Ymir's ability is he can freeze. One of his, claims to fame, obviously, Ymir, is that he can freeze. So that's kind of what you're looking at here in terms of the cards. And then you have generic stuff like draw card opportunities, which are going to be important in any sort of card game. Removal of crowd control. There is crowd control in this game. And so that's basically, you build your deck, you use your cards, you get your leader, and you go forward picking your deck. So that's kind of, the normal-ish card game situation where, you play a card game, you obviously want to build your deck. And so that's kind of how the meta changes, right? The meta game is going to change through those cards as some cards get nerfed and buffed, as new cards are introduced, as you get more cards when you play, so you can change up your decks. But the actual gameplay is where this is really, really different. So I'm going to go into a versus match. We're just going to wait here for a queue. I like my Odin deck a lot right now, and he's fun because he's a melee leader compared to a ranged leader. So getting into this game, you're going to see I've got 3 cards right now. I can change any one of these if I want to. All of these are pretty fine. I don't have any actual unit cards on me. That's actually not a big deal. I do actually like this deck. So I'm going to confirm that. And I drew one more card. I drew a Loki card. And it is my turn. I'm going first. So this is the map. This is one of 2 or 3 maps that I've seen so far. And this is where the actual combat happens. So everything in Smite Tactics is grid-based combat. So I can move a certain distance. I can hide behind things. And then, of course, I have my cards. So my cards all have a point value associated with them. This costs 1 mana. This costs 2 mana. 3 mana, 5 mana. You start off basically with 2 mana, and then every turn that you end, the next turn you get +1 to your overall mana. So next turn I'll have 3. The turn after that I'll have 4. As of right now, I just kind of want to chill. I'm going to go hide behind this rock. End my turn. Every single turn you're going to draw a card. Every single turn you're going to get +1 to your overall mana pool. The overall mana pool will stop at 10 mana. So this is another reason why it's very important in your deck to make sure you have a variety of cards. If you want to go late game and you go, you know, all 7-point cards because, oh my god, those cards are so much stronger than the 2-point cards, well then you won't be able to play any of your cards until the very, very end of the game. So as this point, you can see this unit has 3 hit points and it only does 1 damage. Obviously, there is Zeus, the man himself. If you want to summon a unit, when you play a unit, it has to be in a 1 area radius around your leader. Has to be in a 1 area radius around your leader, and your units that you summon cannot play on the same turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk up here to Zeus. I'm going to go ahead and play Freya right there, and I'm going to give her a buff. Oh, I don't actually have enough mana. My buff costs 1 mana. So I'm just going to smack Zeus in the head. Every unit in the game will essentially counterattack on you. So if I attack Zeus, he counterattacks me. The exceptions are the following. If you're a ranged unit attacking a melee unit from at least 1 space away, they will not get a return attack. And any unit that has an ability called Pardon on them, Pardon means that you can attack without getting return attacked. So I'll go ahead and end my turn and let him play. You can see at the very top of the screen, this is how many cards the Zeus currently has in his deck. So he's got 6 cards in his deck. You're going to see he moved away his marksman, so he's going to be able to fire at me with his marksman without taking any return damage. Same thing with the Zeus. He walked his Zeus away so he can attack me without taking any return damage. It's a very big part of the game is being able to do that damage without a return. So I need to think about my turn here really quick. I am actually playing this. So if I have my Freya go attack this Elder Harpy, my Freya will die. So I'm going to steal a card from my opponent's deck. I stole a Fury. That is not what I wanted to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sunder this minion. I'm going to have my Odin go attack this guy. I'm going to take 3 damage for it, but it is going to keep my Freya alive. And then I'm going to have my Freya go kill this archer. Yes, I'm going to have my Freya go kill this archer. She'll take 1 damage in return, but that won't be enough damage to kill her. She still has 2 HP left. I've still got 2 left of my mana. You do not keep mana over your turn. So if I end my turn right now, I don't get a full 5 because of the full +1. And then I did 2. I don't get to keep all that, so I wouldn't have 7 mana total. I'm only going to have 5 mana next turn, so basically I kind of might as well use something. Not necessarily always, because you might want to, you know, keep some of your stuff hidden, but just for the point of showing you, Backstab will deal 2 damage to the Zeus. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't want to use Charge, because Charge is something you want to use on a monster that you summon right when they spawn. It'll basically let that summoned monster attack on the turn that it summoned, which is a really, really big deal. Some cards can attack, so he used Sunder on my Freya, does 2 damage, he killed it.
Now,
some units in the game have a thing called Initiate. In fact, this Aphrodite does. If they have Initiative, that means that that unit can attack or do at least something, usually an ability, on the turn that they're summoned without anything special. So Aphrodite can kiss Zeus, mwah, and make sure he gets her passive on it, which is he takes 1 reduced damage and he heals 1 health at the end of the turn. So unfortunately for me right now, I don't actually have any units that I can summon outside of Loki. And summoning Loki is a little bit risky right now. But I'm going to anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk back a little bit. I'm going to walk over here. And I'm going to summon this Loki behind me. I don't want my Loki really to die right now. The good thing with Loki is he spawns in stealth. So hopefully he won't be able to get attacked within the starting turn. Loki does a lot of damage, but he's fairly susceptible to being killed. Next points, I'll have 6, or next turn I'll have 6 points, which means I can summon my Fury. So oh my god, that's going to be crazy. I haven't seen this combo, so that's cool. So he summoned Hades. Hades has initiative, which means he can attack on his first turn. So he feared me. Feared units run away. So now both of my units are going to run away next turn. That was a really smart move. This guy's kicking my butt. This guy's been playing his tactics. And he has his tactics down. Ah, see what I did there? See what I did there? Okay. So now I need to make a choice here. I can... Oh, man. Choices to make. Choices to make. She has 4 HP. He has 6 HP. If I give him bonus attack damage, give Loki bonus attack damage, he can one-shot him, but then he'll be within a point of dying. Shoot. Oh, man. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Stone of Gaia on Loki. It's going to give him double the HP. And then I'm going to use Loki's attack, and it'll one-shot this Hades. Hades gets a counterattack. Even if, that's a good point to make, actually, even if you die, you still get a counterattack. That's actually a very important note. Even if you die, you still get a counterattack. Alright, so that Zeus just got plus 1 HP because the Aphrodite had kissed him. So he has 17 HP on the Zeus. I really need to get rid of this Aphrodite. But if I attack him with the Loki, I mean, either way, he's going to kind of be dead next turn. So I might as well just have him go kill something. Get rid of that Aphrodite. Oh, no! Gosh, that was a good play. So this unit taunts. So think like a Phoenotaunt, right? So this unit taunts you, and so you have to kill it before you can basically do anything else. And that's going to put me in a poor situation. Next turn, I can summon my Fury and have her attack in 1 turn. So what I'm going to do here... Ooh. I can one-shot him, but then my Loki dies. I mean, I don't really have a choice. Oh, unless I can use my 2. Does he get a return attack on that? I don't think he does. Can I do that? I don't think I can. Does it say I can't use abilities? It doesn't. So I can actually use my special ability. I don't know if he gets a return attack. No, I can't do it. Shucks, I've got a regular attack him. So taunts prevent you from using your special abilities. I thought they did, but I wasn't 100% sure. So right now I need to be really careful with my decision making. I want to keep the Fury for next turn so I can cast Fury and charge. So I'm going to cast Fate first, see who it does damage to. And then I'm going to finish off the Aphrodite. Get her out of the way. She's a problem causer. Don't want to deal with it. This guy's got 1 HP left. So I'm going to go ahead and kill him. I'll take 2 damage from the return attack, and I'll get rooted. But now we're at least even in units. He has 2 cards. I have 2 cards. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. My Fury, though, this is a gold Fury. She does a lot of damage. She's got a decent bit of health. So depending on what I can top deck next round, it won't really matter because I can use my Fury and that. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be really dependent on what he summons this turn. I wonder if he's keeping, like, damage things in his hand. So he could theoretically have, like, 2 or 3 things in his hand that do damage to, like, gods. In which case, I would just get kind of destroyed by that. Thor. Okay, so the problem is I need to walk forward in order to do oh, goodness. In order to summon my... No, I don't, actually. I can summon my Fury. Give her turn. Plays to make. Plays to make. Okay, we're going to move you here. We're going to summon the Fury. We're going to give you charge. And if I don't kill this minion... 6 damage, though. 6. How much damage are you going to do? 4. I've only got... No, I'm just going to attack the Zeus. I need to start getting some damage onto the Zeus. If I don't get damage onto the Zeus, he's just going to wreck me. So, you see there was no return attack, and that's because I have Pardon on me. What I should have done... Shit, what I should have done was attacked the Brontes. I should have attacked the Brontes because of the no return attack. That was my bad. Son of a gun. Misplay of the day. That's alright. So he's going to die, but it's going to kill my Fury. I could have actually killed that guy without having that happen. That was my mistake. I done goofed. But now he's only got 11 HP. So at least it's not as bad as it was. But he summoned Athena and Athena taunt. I don't have an Athena in my deck. I didn't realize how OP she was until a little bit earlier today. But he can kill me, I think. 2 damage, 2 damage, 3. Not yet. Not yet. The problem with Athena is she makes you have to attack her if you're spawning next to her. If I summon you here, and you here, they won't be taunted at least. I'll give myself... Can I give myself bonus damage? I don't think I can. No, I can't. Shoot. My special passive is I give somebody +1 damage until the end of the round. But it doesn't really matter. Oh, I can't because I'm taunted. So I don't want to attack her because she'll get a return attack. And I think he can kill me this round. It'll be real close. It'll be real close. He can do at least 5 damage. And I'm taunted, so I can't run away. All I can do with my Odin is just attack her if I want to. Unfortunately now as well, my Thor is going to be rooted, so this unit roots. So this Thor can't move as well. He's got the Brontes out. Yep, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. Unless I can somehow kill this Athena next turn. He's got the Elder Harpy going. One thing... Oh, wow, that was a smart move. He moved her so both these units taunted. One thing right now is that it seems to be that second pick gets a bit of an advantage. Second pick has an additional card, basically, plus they get a mana potion, which gives them +1 mana to use at some point early in the round. Very strong. My Thor won't be able to move. Right, I'm rooted. Yeah, I can't move. So he can kill that. Odin's at 7 HP, 4 damage, 2 damage. He's going to kill me in this next turn. But I'll just show you guys kind of what the defeat looks like. I'll just go ahead and attack because whatever. But this is Smite Tactics. It's this chessboard game, chessboard style grid-based combat. The only thing you're not seeing on this map, which the other map has, is how invisibility works kind of. Oh man, Thanatos, that's cool. I haven't seen a Thanatos yet. There's going to be bushes basically on the map, and those bushes make you go invisible. And if you're invisible, or you only can be seen then by an adjacent space. So if you're in a bush right here, you can only be seen by the areas directly around you. So you can't get ranged attack, which is a big deal, and it really drives a lot of the combat. Defeat screen, you get XP, you get levels, and of course, from that kind of stuff, you get favor and gems. You use those favor and gems to go back and get yourself some stuff. Of course, that stuff being packs. You get card packs. You open up a card pack. You get more stuff. You can buy packs here. You can buy packs with either favor, which you get just by playing, or gems, which of course you can buy gems in order to get the the card packs. Either way. But that's my tactic, guys. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. I think it's going to be really fun. It's just in an alpha stage right now, and the game is already super fun. The more cards they add, the more leaders they add, the more pantheons they add. All this kind of stuff is going to make this game really fun. And then, of course, at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter if you have better cards necessarily, if you're smarter in combat with your summoning, which obviously I am not. But thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to enter into the giveaway down below in the description if you want a chance to win an alpha code for this game, and so you can start playing right away. And as always, have a twitchin' day, y'all. It's the final countdown. Ba-da-ba-boo. Ba-da-ba.